computer. All right. Awesome. So Becky, is there any chance we can see you, or did you dial in?
What I dialed in, but I can try to get in with my. When you said you're at the gym, I thought, oh, well then she must be. Hold on, I've got my granddaughter with me too.
Oh, I just love seeing faces.
So does Tammy.
Yeah.
And I've been awake for a long time, but I haven't showered either. So here we go.
Right.
I forgot we were going to see each other.
It's okay. This is real world. And the only reason I'm at the gym is because childcare is free. I'm not actually working out. My child is just in their daycare right now. So that I
making it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on, but I don't think you can see me.
Okay, on the bottom left hand, are you on your phone?
Oh, no, I went and got on computer.
Oh, okay. At the bottom left-hand corner of your computer, you should be able to click on a little button that says Start Video.
Oh, yeah. It's got a red thing through it.
Yep. So just click on it, and it should turn it on for you.
There's Becky.
Hey, Becky. How are you?
I'm fine. I got Lily in the background.
Hi, Lily.
Wait.
Tammy's got London in the background, so Lily might see London at some point.
I can't wait until Wyatt's just a little bit bigger. He's 14 months. So like I couldn't do this with him in my lap right now. It just, a couple more months. So Becky, how's it going so far?
Well, fine, I guess. I don't feel comfortable enough to really be sharing.
Yep.
We've gone on vacation for 10 days and I just need to get out there and tell people about it.
Well, how has your journey with the products gone so far?
I think pretty good. I've lost 3 or 4 pounds and I feel a bit more energetic and, trying to get on that regular routine.
Yeah. Well, being on vacation for a couple of days will slow you down a little bit. And that's totally okay. We all have to live.
Yeah. I did do my shakes every morning and I tried to, because another girl that went, she's on Isogenics too. So we did our morning shakes. But,
oh, good. Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, so have you had a chance to explore our Global Exec Team page a little bit?
Yes, I have.
Okay, awesome. Let me take a step back. What are your goals? What would you like to accomplish in the next 30 minutes, Jennifer? I know you put this call together and we want to talk about the business and growing, but anything very specific that you want to make sure that's covered on the call or?
My biggest thing for Becky is for us to get her simplified, because I think she came in right at the right time where we're using the website to just key her in on the few certain areas because she's good about following up and doing that. And then just making that happen. And something Tammy and I didn't get a chance to talk because I've been multitasking and she's watching London. But Melissa had said, Tammy and Becky, that she is willing, if we can find a date, to come up in November. My thought with that is to really push the business aspect potentially on that date a little different than how we did it when she came to the Blenner Hassett. Like maybe part of it, like there's like a part of it's your standard, but then a really hardcore push to the business aspect, the other part of it. So just something to think about. So that's getting our calendars together. With that being said, I just think Becky, we just need to get her in the confident mode. And I think Tammy and I had been able to go down, but Becky's been busy. She had her grandchildren extra there for a while and then went on a 10-day vacation. So I'm going to guess she was able to share some of those products with her other friends on that vacation, but we just need to get her confident and then which tools to simplify her system.
Yes.
For me, the assessment tool has worked well. I don't know if you figured that out, Melissa, when you went to Boston, if they're going to do something like that through the Global Exec, but every aspect of the Global Exec website, I love. I just need to, when it's a new business builder, the direction, like these are your 3 key things to look here. I want you to look through all of it, but if you're going to get focused and get driven, these are your 3 main ones.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So, I think that the funnel effect is really important and creating a funnel effect that's simplified for you, Becky. One thing, before we jump into that though, and we're not going to do this today, but Becky, I really would love for you to do this with Jennifer at a later date. If you guys haven't already, let me pull it up. And that is under the Global Exec Team page.
Mhm.
Go to one of your homework assignments, Becky, will be to, if you haven't already, to actually watch this overview. If you click on this tab, you want to make sure you've got a good 45 minutes to actually just have Susan walk you through how to use this website, because as you recruit, it's going to be really helpful that Susan's walked you through how to maximize using this. So many people are trying to just dive in and figure this website out without slowing down and taking 45 minutes to get like an overview, big picture. And I promise you, it'll be the best 45 minutes you've spent, because she'll guide you through how to use a lot of the tools that are on this page. Okay.
I think I looked there before, but I got kind of overwhelmed by it. And
Yep. Okay.
at one time, so I'll do it again.
Okay. Perfect. But then for you and Jennifer, I think a great exercise for the two of you to do, Jennifer, is going to be to go through her goals, her physical and financial goals, to have those printed out and write them down on paper so that you have them in front of you as kind of your driven why. And then the other thing to really work with Jennifer on that's going to help you with your confidence and connecting is to work on that 30-second story. Okay. So these are things that maybe over the next week or so, you and Jennifer can connect and talk about. Okay. Now, so this is like my platform where I start off new people. I always start with this segment. Now, to your point, Jennifer, if there are 2 or 3 things that Becky can be doing to kind of streamline and ease building the business, Becky, I would say it's to let the tools work for you. So the tools are only going to work for you, though, if you know where they are, right? So the first step is obviously having that 30-second story so that you're confident enough to share. And when you share and people have interest, it's time to respond, right? You can share one of 2 ways. You can share by writing direct messages to people. You can share through social media. You can share through face-to-face conversations. I like to have conversations with people face-to-face. But the other thing is just sending direct messages to people to share that, you know, you've got something you've come across that you're super excited about and that you'd love to share it with them if they're open to the opportunity. And, you know, you just want to create interest and just see for interest and see who responds. And I think where Jennifer's going with what do we do next, right? So let's say you do find some interest and maybe you're apprehensive about reaching out because you're not sure where to go with it if people are interested, right? So, you know, the first step is really reaching out. And the second step, like I said, is using the tools to create a funnel effect. So here's my simple steps I'm going to share with you. And we're going to talk about this on Sunday night as well. So hopefully you can join our Sunday night team call. The real focus is going to be on, okay, someone says they're interested. Now what, right? What do I do? So the principles are the same. You're just going to use different tools depending on their interest. So if you reach out to someone and they're interested in the financial opportunity, the first thing I like to do is to actually add them to our Get Free Facebook page. And I don't know, Becky, are you on that Get Free Facebook page?
Yes. Yeah, I think I have.
Okay, perfect. So all you have to do is request to have them added. You can add them to the Get Free Facebook page and you can add them to the Ramp Effect. Those are 2 different platforms. One's about product and one's about business. What I love about it is that the average American spends 4.5 hours on social media every single day. So if someone expresses an interest in the business or the product, you add them to those 2 pages. The Ramp Effect is going to serve as kind of a marketing tool where as they're on social media scrolling through, they're going to see some before and afters and some product info coming through their feed. People just don't watch TV anymore, but they scroll through social media. So that's going to be inspirational for people. But people who are interested in the business, what I would do is get into the Get Free Facebook page and start listening to some of the testimonials. You'll notice that there's retired teachers, there's retired pharmaceutical sales reps, there's me as a retired medical, medical affairs person. But you want to get familiar with some of the stories. We've got a girl who owned a basket making company. And that may be part of your network, right? So she was an entrepreneur who owned her own business. We have other entrepreneurs who own their own gyms, but you want to get familiar with their stories, because when someone responds to you and says, yeah, I am interested, then it's your chance to say, oh, great. Well, I think you'd really love this person's story on our business page. I'm going to add you to it, and I'm going to tag you. So you basically just type in their name in the comment section of that video. And I'd love for you to go listen to their testimony. Now, some people aren't savvy with social media. One of the things I like to do is to actually take a screenshot of the actual video. So like if I send someone, if I add someone to my Get Free Facebook page and I want them to watch my video and I tag them on it, I also take a screenshot of the actual video with the header on the top, and I send it to them and I say, hey, I'm glad you're interested. The first thing I'd love for you to do is just go hear this story. Here's a screenshot of the actual story on this page. I've tagged you on it. Let me know if you have any difficulty accessing it, right? Mm-hmm. So what that does for you is it creates validation. It's not just you telling the story. I encourage people, after you watch that video, feel free to scroll through and listen to some of the other testimonials. We've got CrossFit professionals. We've got school teachers. I mean, you can name it, whatever you want. We've got all kinds of people, all walks of life, who've had tremendous success with this business. So let's start there, right? So then the next thing I do is I follow up. And I put a deadline on it. So I'll say, go watch these videos or this video, and I'm going to follow up tomorrow to see what you think about this, right? So you've created interest, you want to create a testimonial, and you're following up, right? So you follow up the next day. So we want to do multiple touches. People don't just sign up overnight unless they know you really, really well, and they're just at a place in life where they're just ready to change. So we're kind of building a story for them. Watch this video, hear this testimonial, follow up. What did you think about that? Okay, great. Now what I'd like for you to do is to go to our webpage. Okay, so step 1, watch a testimonial. Step 2, go to our www.getfree.global Facebook page or webpage. And you want to make sure you give them our password, which is in all caps, GET FIT. Now, if you go to that page, one of my favorite videos for people who are interested in the product or the business is if you click on, so I'm at that page, right? If you click on Why Cleanse and you scroll down, this segment talks about, it's the platform of our business. It talks about why people need to cleanse. It talks about what the problem is in the United States, and it talks about the solution. And there's a really great video right here with the girl flexing her arms. If you haven't watched it, you should check it out. It's a good 15-minute overview about our products and how they are a solution, right? So that would be step 2. Step 1, go watch these testimonials. I'm going to follow up and see what you think. Okay. Step 2, go to our webpage. I want you to watch this video about the product and the solution, and feel free to navigate through our website and learn a little bit about this global movement and why this company is in absolute vertical growth. So again, people like to do their own research, and this is a really well laid out web page, right? So if one of the things I do is I'll go straight to the page and go to click on Why Cleanse, right? And I will, right up here, I'll copy the link, because if you send this link directly, I hit copy. You can do this off of your phone. You can do it off of your computer. But if you copy that link right there and go straight to sending it to someone through Facebook Messenger or their phone, when they punch in the password in all caps, GET FIT, it will open up exactly right here. It'll open them up this segment. So I send people a message that just says, go to this webpage, and I say, watch the video of the girl flexing her arms, you know. And what I do is at that point, I secure a time to chat with them. And Jennifer's heard me say this before. I notoriously try not to send too much information before I get people to agree to a call. So what you may want to do, Becky, is send them to see the testimonials just to hear some of the stories and see if that piques their interest, and follow up and say, what did you think about the testimonials? I'd love to schedule a call with you for 10 or 15 minutes just to discuss with you more about the opportunity. Once they agree to a call, and you're going to want to make it a 3-way call with either Jennifer or with Tammy or with myself, since you're new to building the business. But once you get them to agree to the call, then send them here for their homework. Because sometimes if we send people too much information before they agree to a call, they go in and do too much research and then change their mind about talking to you. So what I like to do is get them to agree to a call before sending them too much information. And then I just want to pique their interest. But once they've agreed to the call, and once you've secured the time and date, then you say, great, I'm looking forward to this call with you. I'm bringing in one of my dear friends who's been really successful with the business and or really knowledgeable about the products. The one thing I'd love for you, one thing I ask for you to do before we chat is to go watch this video. And that's when you would send this to them. Say, watch this video and navigate through the website and learn a little bit so that when you come to our call, you'll be well informed and able to ask some deeper questions.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's my problem is I've never been a tech guru on stuff because my other business is more hands-on and we didn't use as much. So I'm not really good. I'm trying to get better with the internet. And so this is what I need to know.
Perfect. And so one of the things you can do, Becky, is what I've done is this particular website right here. If you go on your phone, are you familiar with the notes section of your phone? Do you have an iPhone? Okay. Yeah. So what you can do is you can save this website right here. So on your phone, go in and get to this portion of the website. Because when it first opens up, it's over here at the Global Movement, right? Which also has a really great video right up front, the business of the future. So if you've got someone who's like gung-ho business and wants to go straight to the business and is not questioning a lot about the product, you can send them straight to this video. It's a great lead in with the business. But when you first get on the web page, this is what you see. So what I've done is I've clicked on get free. What I've done is you click on YCleanse on your phone. And then with this particular, when you're at this particular segment, you can hit copy, take that and paste it into the notes section of your phone. Right? Okay. So go to your phone and I'll just create a new note and put it in there. Right. And then one of the things you can put in your notes section is password get fit. Right. Okay. So then when you're firing off messages to people who are ready to learn more, you're not going to this website every single time and trying to forward it along. And if you're really savvy and you're really cranking out business, you can even craft a good little message and keep it here that says, looking forward to connecting with you this week. Before we chat, please review this video of the girl flexing. The title of the video is the Isagenix Advantage. And you may even say something like, reviewing this ahead of time will allow us to have a deeper conversation about the opportunity when we talk, right? And then link below and the password is in all caps because I have to say that to people all the time, right? Boom. Now, you had to write it out once, and now it's in the notes section of your phone. Whoops. And when people express an interest in wanting to learn more and following up, you have that. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I need things that make things easier, faster.
Yeah, no, I agree. The note section of my phone is a godsend. And you can do the same thing. You can craft a little note for the Get Free page too. Something along the lines of.
This is why I absolutely love this website and our options, because this simplifies everything. Because Becky, this is not what Melissa built her business with. This is simplifies so much. This is amazing.
Good.
Yeah. Yep. And you may even put in that messaging, feel free to explore all aspects of the page. Then people who are really serious about wanting to learn about the business, they're going to go in and learn about that global movement. They're going to go in and learn about the Freedom Plan. There's some really good, and as you get familiar with the website, you will begin to learn where to guide people to go watch things too. Okay. There's some really good information. People who are baby boomers looking to retire. Murray Miller does a really great video about the Freedom Plan, the 3-year Freedom Plan. So I think, so if I were you, I would start getting familiar with the websites. But having said that, don't let getting ready to get ready slow you down. And what I mean by that is the beauty of network marketing, and you know this from your basket business, that you earn as you learn. So what I don't want you to do is to think to yourself, well, I've got to get all of this down pat before I really start connecting. You don't have to. You earn as you learn. The first thing I would do is get your 30-second story down pat with Jennifer, practice it a couple of times, and get really uncomfortable and start sharing it with strangers, start messaging people, and get uncomfortable with crafting some messages about the financial opportunity and why you're excited about it. And then as people begin to respond with interest, you're going to learn the process, because you'll have to funnel them in. And you may have scenarios where you're like, oh my gosh, Jennifer, I have no idea what to do. This person's interested. What should I send them first? And
Tammy's helped me a lot with that.
Right. And so that's where we can ground you, and say, wait a minute, let's slow down. What are they most interested in, the business or the product? Okay. Either way, we always send them to getfree.global, but you may, if they're more interested in product, you're going to probably emphasize the Ramp Effect Facebook page. You're not really going to go real heavy on the Get Free Facebook page, right? But if it's someone who's entertaining the interest of the business, then you're going to want to funnel them to the Get Free Facebook page and to the Ramp Effect page. And so that comes with practice. Don't get paralysis analysis like I did. In my first year as a pharmacist, being a perfectionist, I felt like I had to have this perfect system, and it really slowed me down because everyone before me had this massive sloppy mess, and I just couldn't make sense of it in my brain. I'm a very methodical step-by-step person. And now that we have this in place 3.5 years later, I'm like, now I can finally build a business. One thing, sidebar, because Tammy, I saw this, I was digging through your back office today, that I saw for you, is that, girlfriend, you are very close to being able to regain exec status. And here's why. I just want to give you my 2 cents, and you can take it or leave it. But I noticed in your back office, you have a ton of consumers who are ordering just a little under the threshold of $100 per month, which to me means you've got a lot of active consumers who love the product, but cost is probably an issue, and they're not staying active on their 100 BV. And I think but they like the product because they're clearly ordering it. And so I think instead of, killing yourself going out there trying to find new people right now, I would take a step back and revisit. Go look in your back office at all. You've got probably 8 to 12 people who are ordering under 100 BV. And circle back with them and say, I clearly you enjoy and love these products, and I just want to revisit with you the opportunity to share these products with your network because you obviously love them. I really want to show you how to eat for free. There is absolutely no reason that you should have to be paying for products, given that you're ordering them month after month. And I see that you're ordering under the 100 BV threshold, and if you are ordering over 100 BV, you'd be open for business to get paid by Isagenix and gain a lot of the volume that's being accumulated with this business. But more than that, if I can just show you how to share with 2 people these amazing products, we can start getting your products paid for. Number one, you're going to have happier consumers because they're no longer paying for their product. And number 2, you can flip the switch on like 8 people on your team to go consultant and regain exec status like this week. I know I make it sound really easy, and I know it's a whole lot harder than that, but I think that focusing on people who are already consuming is a much easier business strategy than trying to find completely new people, because they're eating the product, Tammy. They like the product. So, and I know some people are just not going to get it through their thick skull, and they'd rather just order less than 100 and pay for it, and they have no interest. But I think it wouldn't hurt. And maybe it's a phone call, instead of sending messages to people, let them hear your voice. Pick up the phone and call all of these people, even if you're leaving them a voice message and saying, I really appreciate your business, and I see that you're constantly ordering these products and they've made an impact in your life. I surely would love to show you how to get these products for free. There's no reason that you have to pay for these. Does that make sense, Tammy? You're on mute. I see you nodding your head though. Are you talking? You're on mute. Tammy, you're on mute. I think she's trying to figure it out. But I mean, that's good advice for you, Jennifer and Becky too. If you're seeing people ordering right under the threshold of 100 BV, that's an opportunity to educate. I talked about it on our comp model today, but you show people how to share with 3 people. Look at these nails. I'm supposed to be on stage today, and I still have nail polish on one finger. One. And that one. How professional is that? But if, we show people how to get their products paid for, their retention rate goes through the roof. And that's how you hold exec status. A lot of your consultants aren't going to be Tammy Fries and Jennifer Bartrams. They're going to be happy consumers that are getting their products paid for. That is okay. But we have to cast that vision for them and show them how, if you can enroll someone on your right and left side, the company is going to start sharing with you money for opening up a business, and you will not have to pay for product. You're building a tenacious business. You're driving the lines. There's going to be volume running through that business center. So I would just take some time to educate people. And I did a call on Tuesday this week, and the global exec team. Let me show you, Becky. I did a call very specifically about product information, but I also infused a good bit about the business. And it talks about our diverting spending to this nutrition and getting your products paid for. Let's see. If you didn't hear it, you go to.
I think I missed that day.
Okay.
Is it recorded? I can go and find it.
Yep. If you go here to the Get Calls, so the globalexecteam.com, go to weekly calls, click on that. And if you go to Tuesday, the science of the products. So, Tammy, this is another thing you could do is for people who respond and say, okay, I'm interested, is you could say, hey, well, the first thing I'd love for you to do is just listen to this call that talks about the science behind the products, but also how you can join our network of sharing in our spending as a group to consume these products. We're basically diverting our spending on groceries to these phenomenal products. And when we share in that process, we get paid by the company. And the larger our network becomes that we share with and share our spending, diverging of grocery spending here, the more money we get back from the company, which means free groceries for me. So the more I share, the less expensive my groceries are every month for products that are already making me feel better.
Gotcha.
So go check that out, and you can send that to anyone. You just have to, again, click here, weekday calls, copy, and send it. Now, what you'll need to do is the password for this website is all caps, one team. So you can send this link and say, hey, go check out the call from Tuesday, October 23rd. I'd love for you to hear the science behind these products and a little bit about the business.
Gotcha.
Right? Yeah. All right. I know it's 10:30.
I just appreciate you because this is very, very helpful. And I think if Tammy and I can sit down with Becky and Co and show them, like run through this, like Becky's got it some right now, but actually run through it hands on, get her notes built in her phone, then that'll empower her with more confidence. I also think that the positive with Co is he's more of a techie than any of us.
Yeah.
So once he gets this, he's gonna be fine.
Right.
So anyway, so we've got positives, but thank you so much for your time, Melissa. Becky, do you have any more questions?
No, this has helped me a lot. I just need to sit down and focus on it and just, like I said, I'm used to being more comfortable about things. And to me, I'm out of the box on not being comfortable. And everything changes. And I know that I just need to do it and be slow and it'll all come.
Yep.
But I'm used to knowing it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of this business is you get to grow and evolve, and it's going to be so much fun. Believe me, I'd never done a Super Saturday before this year. I'd never, traveled out of the state to host an event of something I'd never done, but it's actually exhilarating to get uncomfortable and try new things. And as you try it, you'll get into a rhythm and you'll find a process that works for you.
Right. Yeah.
So don't be overwhelmed. Just take it day by day. The meat and potatoes of this business is conversation with people, connecting with people. It's no different than what you did previously.
Yeah.
And as you create interest and you funnel people in, you can work through the process. We'll coach you through the process.
Okay. Well.
And Tammy and I both commented, Becky, you were so comfortable in that tasting that we did. You were confident and comfortable, and we're like, Becky, she totally nails it when she's got people around. We were like, way to go, Becky. Now, you had your story. You talked about how you hadn't had to take any Advil. You just went with it. It was great. You really need to know you're great with people or you wouldn't have built that business that you already had. But Tammy and I were very, very impressed with how you helped us facilitate that tasting that day.
Well, thank you. And I think Cody's interested in doing another tasting. He said he's got people interested.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Hey.
We need to get that on the calendar today.
Yeah, we need to figure out a date. And so if you want to give me a call later on, that's fine.
Awesome.
I will.
All right, guys. So the only thing I would ask, Becky, is that you get back with Jennifer and really talk about your goals. And you talk about your practice that 30-second story. I'd love for you to get into your back office with Jennifer and figure out when your crystal deadlines are. I'd love to see you push for manager.
Yeah.
And put that in your calendar. It'll give you something to push for. Sorry, I'm putting my shoes on while I'm talking here. I've got to go pick up the baby. But
we'll get set up as well.
What's that, Tammy?
We'll get Co set up as well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So he can push for manager too.
Yeah, you guys should do that call together maybe. Beyond him getting that map out. The first step, the map is kind of advanced. The very first step, so Becky's a little bit further ahead than him. The very first step for him is going to be to go back and have him write his physical and financial goals. Where does he want this to take him? We've got to cast a vision for him, and you really need to dig deep on why he's doing this, because that's where people fall short is they get into the business, they're excited about it, but they lose sight of why they're doing it. They lose sight of what they're reaching for. And so if you really take that exercise in the beginning and write it down, also as a coach and a leader, you can use that to leverage when your team starts to flounder or they start to lose steam. You can help kind of re-engage, like I know I know that Volvo Jennifer wants to drive, or maybe it's not a Volvo, but I know she wants a new car. And so I can circle back to her and be like, all right, have you calculated what that car payment is yet? Because I think we're getting pretty close to what you're bringing in every month, so it's like, so you have to understand what people are striving for. I know that Tammy wants to build a new house, right? So everybody hits deception and everybody hits barriers. I do too, right? And so it's important that you recognize that with your team, and it starts with having those initial goal conversations and why people are doing this. All right. And by the way,
thank you so much.
You're welcome. And Jennifer, just so you guys know, we had plans drawn out for my garden. One of my things is I want to have a garden in my backyard, and we worked with a landscaper the other day, and we're working on drawing out plans for a garden. So it's important to have goals beyond financial goals. The financial goals are just a means to what life we really want, right? And so it's way beyond the money. If we just put money down, it's not as visceral, you know, as it is to like envision what that income stream is going to do for you.
Right.
All right, ladies.
Thank you. Good luck with your day and weekend.
Thanks.
Sounds
I'm going to
amazing.
take a shower. We'll take a shower and get this fingernail polish taken care of. All
Thank
right,
you so
guys.
much.
Yeah,
Thank
You're welcome.
Time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.